Guys, welcome to another Form Titan DocuSign video on how to upsert in Form Titan DocuSign. So here is my builder here, DocuSign builder, and what I'll do is I'll log into my org and we'll do something. What we'll do is we'll create a contract in the contract object, and then we'll get the ID, and then we'll upsert in the ID. Okay, so here's a contract. I've only got one at the moment, so I'll just create a new one. And we'll set this status to be draft and just save it. So, okay, account name needs to be a field, so we'll just choose Form Titan there and save it. Okay, so this is my contract that's been created. It's totally blank, and I've got the record ID. Okay, in here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert a PDF. So I've got a demo PDF here. It's here, and now I'm going to get a hidden field. Okay, I'll chuck this hidden field in here. I'll get the contract ID, and I'll paste it as a value. So I already know that this is the contract ID I want to upsert in. Okay, so here's how we do it. So we go to the document. First we're going to do is we're going to create some fields in there. So let me just get some text fields. Let's hide label for these. And then add a tag. We'll call it contract term. There's the contract term. I'll get the date field. We'll call this contract date, or just start date. And then here I'll just copy and paste. Let's say contact name. Just call it name. Call this one street. And this one billing. There you go. Okay, and then I'll add four more fields here, and then we should be on our way. Text field, hide label, call this postcode, we'll call this state, and then we'll call this one country, and then finally we'll use signature in here. Just like that. Okay, now we've done that, let's go ahead and go into our document submit. We're going to push to Salesforce, we're going to configure, and we're going to choose option upsert. Upsert means that if it has found the ID or has found the condition, it's going to go ahead and update. If it can't find that condition, it's going to go ahead and create. So the condition is going to be, so let me map it to my object first, contract, add condition. Condition is my hidden field, which is, let's see, I think it's called contract ID. Contract ID equals my hidden field contract ID as well. Okay, so if it's found that, I'm allowed to go ahead and update the details. I'm allowed to go ahead and update the mapping process. So I will say account ID, I tell you what, I'll give this a static value, and we'll give this Form Titan the static value in here. We'll say start date goes in here, street goes in here, city looks like within new city. Let's go and fix that. Yeah, just need to name it properly, city. Okay, back to here. Mapping, value, street, city, state, postcode, country, and then we will choose our term, and then the contact name. So let's see where the contact name is. There it is. Okay, so we've got contract term, and then the start date is the only one that I need. Start date. It's got it. Okay, so this is good, right? So I'm just going to do a quick demo here just to show you how it works. So if I go to, and actually one more thing we'll do is we'll push the document to Salesforce as well. So we'll do upsert and then mapping attachment. We'll attach the document. We'll do it into files, selected field, version data. First published location ID is going to be parent ID. And that's it really, version data, parent ID, and then we have to give it a title. We'll just give it a static value. We'll say upsert demo, apply. Okay, save. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this document published just for the sake of the demonstration. So we'll go ahead and publish this document. Alright, so this document is now published, right? So whatever data I enter in here will go to Salesforce. For example, let's just say so remember we're going to end up updating this record. So I'll tell you what, I'll just say Joe Blogs, and this is the only thing I want to sign here right now. So I'll finish sign, and I'll just choose the signature, select, and then I'll finish the signature process. Okay, so that's been done. So remember, through upsert, because it's found that record, it's going to go ahead and update it. I'll show you what it looks like. Alright, so contract term must be a positive value. Okay, it's failed because it needs a positive value. Contract term. So what we'll do is contract term needs a value. Let's go in here. Alright, so let's try again. This time we will give contract term a value. Let's say we'll give it 24. And then contact name is Joe Blogs. I'll just quickly go ahead and sign it. Use any random signatures. And then go ahead and finish. Okay, document's been signed. Let's have a look at integration log. What's happened? Okay, good. So look, it's upserted a data that we just did. So look, if I go in here now, you can see it's Joe Blogs and it's 24 months, and that's been done. So that's what we call an update. Now, what about upsert? What if the record doesn't exist? In this case, it doesn't exist. In this case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete it. So now this is deleted completely. Okay, and we can use the same form here. So we can just publish, and now we just go ahead and fill out the data, pretending we're updating, but technically the record ID doesn't really exist. So what we'll do is we'll set this up 24, we'll say Joe Blogs, billing street, we'll call it upsert street, call it Alabama, state Alabama, country United States, and then I'll go ahead and sign it. Once I've signed it and I go ahead and finish signing, so remember, the record doesn't really exist, right? So what's it going to do? It's going to go ahead and create it. That's what it's going to do. So look, it's now created it. So if I go into Salesforce now, we deleted the record, it can't find it, so it can't update anything. So all it can do is create. And there you have it. It's gone ahead and created the record instead. And that's what upsert means. That it will update if it finds the criteria that we specify. If it can't find it, it will go ahead and create it. And there is our file as well that's just been pushed from Salesforce. And this is how it's done.